The other day I did some trimming on these evergreen trees right here. And all I do in the goat's pen is when I do that, I just leave the trimmings for them. You can see where they've been eating on it. They love that stuff, and it's a natural dewormer. So it's all good. I'll clean it up later, maybe even in the spring. But it gives them something to munch on for a while. Well, there is evidence all around me. You can see it behind me right there. And over here, and all that yellow. But there's evidence all around me that fall is coming. And it's also in the news because they said after 2 days from now that the temperatures are going to be in the 20s and 30s. Right now we're getting up in the 70s today, but after 2 days, after this weekend, I won't be able to use this with the hoses to water some of the animals. That means that I always dread this time of year, but the watering process is all going to be manual. I will have to fill up buckets every day, bring to the animals every day, and that's just something I have to live with. So it's something that I deal with every year, and something that I haven't learned how to totally get around doing. It's not a big deal, it's just extra work, has to happen. But man, when it is 20 below and you're working with buckets of water, it gets kind of old. The bucks have a heated water pan, and the goats over by the barn have a heated water pan. The pigs, the hogs, the ice every day has to be manually broken out. But that's just the way it is. They are too destructive and big and muscular to have anything in their pen that they can move around or break, like a heated water bowl, or even a water pan with a heater in it. So I have to manually deal with that. Hey, Danky! Coming to see me? Come here. Hey, yeah. A lot of noise out here today. I think that the warm weather, last of the warm weather, are getting motorcycles and everything else out here. Anyway, I'm gonna have to roll up the hoses, undo it from the spigot, because winter is approaching. So it's been like 3 days or so since we moved Romeo out here, away from these bullies, and he seems to be doing okay. He has this place all to himself. He's always browsing and eating, and I just want him to build up his weight. There he is right there. Just want him to build up his weight, get healthy, get strong. Then when he can put these guys in their place, maybe move them back over. We'll see. Thank you again. What's going on, girl? Sorry. What's going on, boy? Do that all the time. I don't know why. Check out that mushroom. It looks like a sand dollar you'd find on the beach. Pretty cool. Okay, an update on that slide that I put in the pig pen right here. It seems to be working a little bit. They've acclimated to it some, and I use it as a distraction because I can hear the food going to that really loud. So I put it in there, and then I can feed up their other food bowls. My goodness, it isn't feeding time yet. Okay, just give me a minute. So I start by putting a little bit of feed in this slide here, and you're gonna see them slipping and sliding all over the place. Look at all that slipping and sliding in there. It holds the food good, but man, they can't get at it very well sometimes. I'm still going to try to design a more accessible trough for them, more pig-friendly trough, and sturdy and everything else. But so far, I mean, this is working out. Not exactly like a plan, but it still gives them another access to food. So one sure sign that a Kune isn't getting what they want out of their pasture This is their pasture. It's not doing too bad, but it is a little not lush. So one of the signs that they're not getting enough is rooting. They have chosen this corner and have rooted it up looking for worms and grubs and whatnot. I don't mind that, but it does tell me that I need to supplement their food or add to it or rotate their pasture. Right now I was planning on getting another paddock built, but I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to add a little bit more food to their diet. And they're not doing too much damage. I mean, this corner is totally rooted up, but longer snouted pigs, it'd be like furrows and just overturned and just hard to get back to the way it was. But this is just like the top layer of grass rooted up, and they don't do too bad, but the rest of the place looks good. But I gotta bear in mind that they are telling me that they are lacking in something, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. One important thing to do when cold weather finally arrives, or I'm sorry, before cold weather finally arrives, is to make sure all the animals have the proper bedding to stay warm. So I'm going to go around and check all the straw situation in all these stalls. Okay, so the first stall I check is the one with all the pigs, and it is like dust. They definitely are going to get a bale of straw today. So they ought to like that new bedding, huh? Aren't they the cutest things? It's always funny when I'm feeding the animals on the barn side of things. I open up this door and the boar and barrow are always right there, waiting on their food. They don't miss a trick, man. They know where I am and what I'm doing. So let's go feed them. Out of the way, piggies. Out of the way. How are you, buddy? Hmm? All right. If you can remember, during the summer, the Buck's water pail sprung a leak. It actually corroded on the bottom several holes so it wouldn't hold water. And it was a tin pail. And it was metal because I can use a heater on the bottom of it in the winter. So what I did this summer, I rigged up a plastic pail that hooked on the outside of their stall. But for the winter, I have to go back to metal so I can put that heater in it. And this is what I'm going to use right here. So I'm going to situate that today because, like I said, winter is approaching and I got to get things ready. So I'm going to put that in their stall today. So I put their water pail on cinder blocks, but I put pieces of wood in each corner to keep them from pushing it off the cinder blocks, and they haven't been able to move it. So that's where it's going to be all winter. And I'll put this guy right here. Oh, if I can get it. This is the heater. I just stick it in there, keep it in there all winter, plug it in, keeps it good. So we'll see if it does good this winter. Oh, you liking that hay, huh? Oh yeah. Very good there, boy. Yep, look at that sparkling clean water pail. I wish it would stay that way forever, but pretty soon it'll start growing some algae. That's all right, I'll clean it out. Looks good, doesn't it? Well, I've told you many times that hobby farming is a lot of trying it to see if it works. just giving it a shot. So I put a salt block, it was right here, and it was getting zero traffic. I mean, we've seen deers close to it throughout the years, but they still weren't interested. It's too close to the pigs and us, I guess. So I moved it closer to the tree line. You can't see it, but it's right in that tree line right there. And we'll see if that makes any difference. I will let you know.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to continue being a part of all the adventures and stories that happen on Rubber Soul Farm. I hope we can spend more time together on the farm, but until then, enjoy your animals and take care of yourselves.